you probably breathe like this. This type of breathing, mouth breathing, is horrible for you. It's really bad for you, and this is why it's bad for you. It makes your mouth breathing, we weren't made to mouth breathe. When you mouth breathe, it makes your chin go backwards, right? So it makes your chin, instead of having a Giga Chad, big forward growing Giga Chad chin, like out here, it makes it go downwards and backwards. So like in this direction, which is horrible. It makes you look kind of bad, less attractive. So it's horrible because it makes your chin grow backwards, which is unnatural and unhealthy. And mouth breathing, it's really bad. It kind of messes up your brain to some extent. Like, it's that bad. It's kind of bad for your brain. Like, do some research. There's a lot of stuff behind this, but it can mess up with your brain. And too much air is actually bad, right? So maybe you're nose breathing and you run out of air, right? You're like, dude, I need to mouth breathe. I'm running out of air, right? You feel like you're drowning, kind of like you're drowning. You're running out of air, right? That used to happen to me. And first off, this is completely normal. You're actually supposed to have a bit of oxygen hunger, you could call it, or oxygen thirst, whatever. It's actually totally natural for this to happen. It's supposed to be like this. Obviously, if you feel like you're gonna pass out, then yeah, maybe take one breath through your mouth, but you shouldn't. Try to avoid it at all costs, right? So to recap, it makes your chin recede, it messes up your brain, and you're not supposed to actually have a ton of oxygen all the time. Now, how do we fix mouth breathing? Well, you have this thing in your body called a nose that you can breathe through. So what you're supposed to do is breathe through your nose all the time. You're supposed to breathe through your nose literally 24/7. Like, think about it. Maybe if you're exercising, like maybe you're gonna go for a bench PR and you're like, and you do it, right? Maybe, but probably not, right? Maybe sometimes I do that before a really heavy dip or squat set, but it's like it's really rare. I usually breathe through my nose when I work out, unless it's like really stuffy and it wouldn't be effective. So you have to breathe through your nose all the time, right? Maybe when you're talking to people, you're supposed to breathe through your nose. It's a little hard and you breathe through your mouth, but try to make it so you breathe through your nose. When you're like studying, reading, at school, even in your sleep, you're supposed to breathe through your nose. How do you do this? You do this by buying yourself microfiber tape and you tape your mouth with it. You've probably seen like Ashton Hall with his like expensive tape. You don't need that. It's like $30 or something for like 10 pieces, but it's not worth it. Just buy yourself microfiber tape. I think they use it in surgeries, but it's basically healthy tape. It doesn't, because like other tapes have like plastic, which is bad, but this is like fine. It's not bad for you. And you tape your mouth with it, and it should work. Like, it'll keep your mouth closed so you breathe through your nose all night. I used to be able to like not, like, I'd wake up and I'd find the piece of tape maybe like on the side of my bed or something, because at some point in the night I would like take it off without realizing, like, as a subconsciously do that. But you get used to it, and now I can sleep the entire night with mouth tape. So just try to do that, like set up several pieces of tape if you struggle to breathe through it. So put it on, go to sleep for like 2 minutes, and then you have to use another tape. So you're gonna get used to it. So you want to use this tape when you're sleeping. Also, sometimes this used to happen to me, not anymore, because it's become a habit. But at first, you're not gonna realize you're breathing through your mouth, right? And what you have to do is you have to be more mindful. Mindful is like realizing that you're doing something. Like if you're working and you realize you're getting distracted, you're like, oh, gotta refocus. That's being mindful. How do you become more mindful? You really do this by meditating. When you meditate, you are focusing on something or whatever, and you get distracted. But when you bring your attention back, that's mindfulness. So to fix this, meditate. I have a video on this if you want to do a meditation, so you can watch that. So you probably have a really stuffy nose like I used to, and you're like, well, it's because of allergies, or I just always have a stuffy nose. I can't breathe through my nose. It's like, dude, shut up, okay? Like, everybody can breathe through their nose. They just don't breathe through their nose, so it doesn't get unstuffed, or if that makes sense, or whatever. The reason your nose is stuffy is because you don't breathe through it. So how do you unstuff your nose? Try to breathe through it, but if you can't, here's what you do. You try to breathe in through your nose, and you exhale. Hold your breath for about 10 to 15 seconds as you exhaled. And then you're going to be like needing air, so you're going to try to inhale through your nose, but by then it'll be slightly less stuffy. And then you repeat it, so do like 3 to 5 sets. You can do more. So here's how it would look. 10 seconds later. And by then my nose is slightly less stuffy, and I do several sets of that. That's how you unstuff your nose. And if you breathe through your nose, over time it won't be stuffy. Like mine a year ago, my nose was really stuffy. I'd breathe through my mouth. But now it's like, it's easy. It doesn't bother to breathe through my nose, never. It's fine. Also, breathing like this, it's a little exaggerated, but you're like in, out as you breathe. It's not ideal, right? I'm not too mindful yet. Like, I'm trying to become more mindful, but I haven't really made this a complete habit because it's kind of hard to do, actually. But it's to breathe correctly. You're already breathing through your nose, so that's good. But there's a higher step to this, and that is to breathe fully out and fully in, right? So if you're breathing like this, I'm going to breathe a little louder to exaggerate it so you can hear. But if you breathe in this pattern, like this, my phone just went on low battery, so I had to like close that. But if you breathe like this, that's bad because it raises your HRV, your heart rate velocity, that's what it is, and like all these other things, which is basically bad, and it makes you die sooner. So you have to breathe fully out, fully in. That's optimal. Now there's some people, like Oscar Patel, he's a looks maxer, but he's like really healthy. They breathe out and they hold their breath for, I believe, four seconds, and they breathe out, hold it for 4 seconds, breathe in, hold that for 6 seconds, and then breathe out 4 seconds, like that. Or maybe it's the other way around, but that can also be healthy. Maybe some people say breathe out and breathe in for 6 seconds, maybe for 3, maybe don't hold it, just in, out fully. Honestly, man, like, I don't know, you do your own research, but I feel like any of these are better than breathing like this, because that's horrible. It raises up your cortisol and everything else. Something else is your tongue placement when you're breathing. If you're nose breathing, your tongue shouldn't be like this, at the bottom of your mouth, like this. It should be sticking to the top of your mouth, which is like mewing, kind of suction mewing, but it's actually better, and it's how you were meant to be. So it looks like this, if you guys can see. So look at the difference in my face. Big difference. And also when you breathe, bite down with your mouth like this. So there we go, guys. Mouth breathing is horrible. I taught you how to fix it, why you should fix it, other little tips like tongue placement, and what else did I teach you? How to unstuff your nose, mouth tape, meditating, all these things that'll help you breathe better, which is basically really important because you're breathing oxygen every day, every second. So this is like the thing you're consuming the most of everything, like even more than food, which food is extremely important, but this is more really important too. I don't know about more important, but extremely important as well. So you have to fix the way you breathe. So hope this was helpful, guys. And yeah, if it was helpful, if you have any suggestions for a video I should make, any, I don't know, any ideas or anything, just write that in the comments, please, because video ideas don't hurt, right? Maybe I'll do it, and I'll read your comments, because not too many people comment. So yeah, see ya.